If you knew that a single sentence, just one, could make her heartbeat quicken and cause her memory to anchor itself to you, would you still waste moments using weak phrases like you, attractive, or nice outfit? Most men have no idea how powerful their words truly are. They believe attraction is built on looks, money, or status alone. But the truth is this: what separates you from every other man is how you make her feel. And here's the key difference. One of the most overlooked tools you possess is a well-timed intentional statement. Have you ever noticed how a woman's entire energy can shift because of something a man said? One sentence, delivered correctly, can change how she sees you, not briefly, but permanently. Today, I'm revealing 8 powerful compliments that go far beyond surface-level praise. These are not weak or needy lines. These are psychologically grounded statements that activate something deeper in her mind, making her feel genuinely seen, respected, and attracted on a deeper level. Here's the hard truth. If you're throwing out generic compliments like "you're cute," "nice dress," or "you're beautiful," you blend into the noise. You become just another forgotten name in her messages. But when you understand discipline, restraint, and intentional communication, when you realize that attraction lies not in what you say, but how you say it, and what it makes her feel, stand apart. So, if you're ready to sharpen your approach, separate yourself from the average man, and leave a lasting impression, stay with me. And before we continue, subscribe if you're ready to change how you approach connection using Stoic principles to build stronger, more meaningful relationships. Every video here is a step toward mastering your mindset and your presence. Compliment 1: that scent you're wearing is captivating. Let's start with something most men overlook this completely. But if you understand attraction psychology, this will change how you see everything. A woman's scent is one of the strongest triggers for memory and desire. Think about it. A single fragrance can instantly transport you back to a moment, a summer night, a close embrace, a memory frozen in time. That's because scent is directly tied to the brain's emotional and memory centers. So when you compliment her scent, you're not just saying she smells good. You're saying, "Your presence stays with me, even after you leave." And that idea is intoxicating. Most men never notice details like this. They rely on shallow praise. But a man who notices how she smells, how it affects him, how it lingers, stands out. Is present. He is intentional. He is rare. A disciplined man understands that words carry weight. He doesn't speak to fill silence or gain approval. Every word is deliberate. So when you say her scent is captivating, say it calmly, confidently, without desperation. Say it like a man who knows his value. And watch her body language change. Every time she wears that perfume, she remembers that moment. That's not just attraction, that's psychological compliment 2: your smile could light up an entire room. This one is powerful, and most men miss its depth. A smile isn't just a physical feature. It's energy, it's atmosphere, it's presence. Some people walk into a room and nothing changes. Others walk in, smile, and the entire mood shifts. When you tell a woman her smile can light up a room, you're not complimenting her appearance, you're acknowledging her impact. You're telling her that her presence affects the emotional state of others. Most men stop at nice smile. A perceptive man goes deeper. He notices the effect. He sees how her smile eases tension, creates warmth, and changes the space. That kind of smile is rare. And when you recognize it, you're saying, "I don't just see how you look. I see what you bring." That's not flattery. That's awareness. From a Stoic perspective, a disciplined man understands energy. He doesn't need to dominate a room to lead it. When he speaks, his words land because they're rooted in presence. When you say this sincerely, she feels it. And that's why it stays with her. Compliment 3: I admire how authentic you are. You don't try to fit in, you're just yourself. We live in a world of filters online and offline. Most people wear masks. Authenticity is rare. When you tell a woman you admire her authenticity, you're validating one of the bravest choices a person can make today: being real. She doesn't hear this often. People praise beauty constantly. But when you admire her authenticity, you're seeing past the surface. You're recognizing her courage to be herself in a world that rewards conformity. Authenticity isn't always polished. It can be imperfect, complex, and bold, but it's real, and real is always more powerful than perfect. A disciplined man values truth over trends. When he recognizes authenticity in someone else, it's respect, not flattery. You're telling her, you don't need to change, who you are is enough. In a world full of imitators, that kind of recognition is unforgettable. Compliment 4. I love how you see the world. It's unique, it genuinely makes me think. Most people operate on autopilot, repeating the same ideas, blending into sameness. But occasionally, you meet someone who sees differently. When you compliment her perspective, you're honoring her mind. You're telling her her thoughts matter. This shifts the dynamic instantly from surface attraction to meaningful connection. Most men focus on appearance. Few acknowledge intellect. When you do, she doesn't see you as just another admirer, she sees you as someone who values depth. From a Stoic lens, independent thinking is strength. When you honor her perspective, you're aligning with that principle. And when you say she makes you think, you invite her to open up more. That mental connection creates intimacy that lingers far longer than physical attraction ever could. Compliment 5. Your energy is contagious. It makes me want to be better. Energy is everything. Some people drain a room, others elevate it. When you tell her her energy inspires you to be better, you're offering one of the highest compliments possible. You're saying she sparks growth in you. That's far more powerful than attraction. A disciplined man values progress. He surrounds himself with people who sharpen him. When you recognize that quality in her, you're honoring her impact, not just her presence. She's not just enjoyable to be around, she influences your direction. That kind of admiration is rare and deeply meaningful. Compliment 6. You're one of the most thoughtful people I've ever met. You genuinely care, and it shows. True thoughtfulness is rare in a world full of performative kindness. When you recognize her consideration, you're acknowledging her character. You see the details, the way she listens, remembers, checks in. This isn't about attraction, it's about integrity. Stoic philosophy values character above charm. When you praise her thoughtfulness, you're aligning with that truth. She will never forget the man who noticed her heart. Compliment 7. I admire how driven you are. Your sense of purpose is inspiring. Drive is rare today. When you recognize her ambition, you're acknowledging discipline, sacrifice, and focus. You're respecting her mindset, not just her results. Driven people aren't seeking validations, they're building something. That's why this recognition matters. You're telling her you see her effort and respect her mission. That kind of acknowledgement stays. Compliment 8. You have an incredible way of making people feel comfortable and appreciated. Emotional intelligence can't be faked. Some people demand attention, others create connection. When you recognize her ability to make people feel seen and at ease, you're honoring her presence, not her appearance. This is one of the highest virtues. Stoicism teaches presence, compassion, and understanding. When you notice this quality, you're acknowledging something rare, and that is unforgettable. These 8 compliments go far beyond surface-level praise. They create connection, respect, and lasting attraction. Because a woman may forget your words, but she will never forget how you made her feel. If this resonated with you, watch the next video on your screen. 7 good morning messages no woman can ignore. Like, subscribe, and comment below. Words have power and you're here to learn how to use them. We're not here to be average. We're here to master connection one intentional word at a time.